Go, child. We back in this shit. Foster game. Like I said, I don't know what parts, because I know these are gonna be in episodes because each of my streams have been like at least 3 hours long type shit. So yeah. I'll figure it out as I go. But it's like, yeah, I won't, like, you won't hear me constantly being like Foster Game on some of the episodes. Alright, we good. But it's all good. I think the mic level's pretty good because I could hear myself through that. Alright. So
midnight each day.
On Valentine's night.
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home.
David is my husband.
All on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death when I'm dancing.
You get this day over and over.
Hilda.
I black out.
I don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just...
naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
alright, so last episode we finished Nathan. I said last episode. Last stream or whatever, we finished Nathan, Mary Anna or whatever. Elaine and Claire. So that means we just got Bryce. Oh yeah, finished Jaya. So we got Jasmine and Lacey. These are two new patients. And like I said, if anybody wants to know like the summary or whatever, just go to the first stream. Because it's like it's one thing when the people in the live chat ask me, that's cool because I'm like, all right, they want to get into the game. But it's like, if people in the comment section start asking me that shit, it's a different story. But streaming live, y'all cool. I don't mind doing that. Because y'all trying to get into this as much as I am. Like, we all trying to figure out who the fuck did this and that. Oh yeah, because I just answered.
That was just an example, Doctor. I'm sure you can come up with more exciting things to do than that. When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen and only I could move, because I live on my own. What would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen? Go to a fairground? Sometimes I see a girl standing behind you. I don't know who it is. I don't know what you're asking me either.
Sure. Okay, so that's the evidence we got so far. I'd go to a fairground. I ain't gonna front, I'd steal some shit.
Yes, I would steal too. And I have stolen. I ran out of milk, so I thought I'd go to the local all-night shop and get some more. I was absolutely intending to pay, but when I got there, everyone was frozen. I thought about leaving money on the counter, but that seemed weird. The cashier would wake and suddenly this money would have appeared from nowhere. But I've stolen bigger things.
Wait, what is he? What bigger things have he stolen? I can keep answering that.
I did think, what good could I do other than catch up with work? I did see a woman who was having her purse snatched, so I gave her purse back, and the crook, I placed him on a bus a few blocks away. I have no idea where it was going. She'd never really be able to thank me, so I took another picture.
Okay.
Well, that makes me feel a little better. There's a young mother, divorced, who lives opposite me. Jessica. She's friendly and says hello to me, smiles. I've always wondered what she looks like naked. So 1 hour, I broke into her house. She was standing in her bedroom. I took it as a sign. I took off her clothes and...
Hold on, what? Nigga.
I took photos of Jessica when she was naked. When I'd stripped her. When she was naked and frozen. I didn't want to have to do it again, to strip her again. So I took pictures to remind myself what she looked like. That's wrong, isn't it, Doctor?
Fam. Let me ask who she is. Oops. Try this again. Just... There we go.
I took photos. I spent most of Valentine's Day at the art gallery. Well, the evening part, anyway. They had a display with the theme, Love Conquers All. I didn't get most of the paintings, but they were well done.
Oh, there's something more to this.
I did think, what good could I do other than catch up with work? I did see a woman who was having her purse snatched, so I gave her purse back, and the crook, I placed him on a bus a few blocks away. I have no idea where it was going. She'd never really be able to thank me, so I took another picture.
Picture?
Not something I know.
Really?
Possibly a relative of yours. Possibly a patient that died here. I'm not sure. She doesn't normally say anything. Yes, I would steal.
So... She actually knows anything about Dekker. That's what I'm thinking too.
I dug the grave for Dr. Dekker. I helped carry his coffin to the burial site. Do you know what? It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it. Why do you think that is?
Bryce is looking at something behind me.
No, the coffin wasn't empty. There was something in it. A decoy, I'd imagine.
So he still thinks he's alive?
I'm guessing he was buried somewhere else, or cremated. Somebody somewhere didn't want his body going in the ground. Do you want to be cremated or buried, Doctor?
I'd
If
rather
you're
be
buried, people can bring you back. You don't want to see people when they've come back.
But have you?
If you're buried, people can bring you back. You don't want to see people when they've come back.
Keep sneezing for no reason. People come back.
When you work in a graveyard, you see a lot of strange things. I'm not sure if they're real, or whether I think they're real, or which is worse. When you work in a graveyard, you see a lot of strange things. I'm not sure if they're real, or whether I think they're real, or which is worse. I don't have any... When you work in a graveyard, you see a lot of strange things. I'm not sure if they're real.
Try strange things.
You're laughing at me, aren't you? I said I wasn't sure if they were real.
Damn, bruh. Took that to heart. Asked me if he was wrong. She answered.
I took photos of Jessica when she was naked.
Let me try. Who?
I took photos.
Alright, so he ain't gonna tell me that. Let me see here.
No, the coffin wasn't empty. There was something in it. A decoy, I'd imagine.
And then we said it probably got cremated. Alright.
I know. It's that bloody Dr. Dekker. He made me this way. It's all his fault. Like I said, I originally presented with depression, and everything was going well for a while. Then Dr. Dekker changed. He was easily distracted during sessions, like he wasn't listening. I'm pretty sure he wasn't listening half the time. I don't think he wanted to know about his patients anymore. But when he did give you advice... He told me to use my imagination, to make something up, to think something crazy, and it would become real. He told me to think of a way to get more time. So I did. But he pushed me. He made me think it.
Who made you think it?
Because you have to hope, don't you, Doctor? It's only the power of hindsight that made me realize how toxic it all was. And after a point, you go too far to be able to come back anyway. Yes, I suppose I've destroyed a few things whilst in the hour. You can be the perfect supervillain. Nobody knows it was you.
Okay.
He told me to use my imagination, to make something up, to think something crazy.
Imagination.
Thinking I had an extra hour at the end of each day did become real for me, Doctor. Maybe Dekker was a genie, and he could grant wishes. Maybe he wished himself dead. I don't know. He was easily distracted during sessions, like he wasn't listening. I'm pretty sure he wasn't listening half the time. I don't think he wanted to know about his patients anymore. But when he did give you...
Ain't anymore.
I don't really...
Didn't listen.
I have no idea.
Try.
I dug the grave. Therapists are supposed to help you. For whatever reason, Dr. Dekker had given up the desire to cure my mind, and instead wanted to make me more unstable. I took photos of Jessica when she was naked. When I'd stripped her. When she was naked and frozen. I didn't want to have to do it again, to strip her again. So I took pictures to remind myself what she looked like. That's wrong, isn't it, Doctor?
Wonder if he's moved or hidden anything an extra hour. Just put hidden.
I don't know.
uh,
Moving things around and hiding things was amusing at first, when everyone was frozen. Some people would faint when things appeared from mid-air. Others would cry. Others just thought that it was there all the time and that their mind was playing tricks on them. It got boring fast, though. I did think, what good could I do, other than catch up with work? I did see a woman who was having her purse snatched, so I gave her purse back.
Try crook.
Sorry, Doctor,
He dozed off. Try woman.
No.
Would I murder someone in my shower?
I don't really... Sorry, Doctor, I dozed off there. When I first got the hour, I was...
Okay.
Yes, I would steal too. And I have stolen. I ran out of milk, so I thought I'd go to the local all-night shop and get some more. I was absolutely intending to pay, but when I got there, everyone was frozen. I thought about leaving money on the counter, but that seemed weird. The cashier would wake and suddenly this money would have appeared from nowhere. But I've stolen bigger things.
Said Biggie on there. Said Biggie.
From stealing milk, I moved on to petrol. From petrol, well, all those supermarkets have all kinds of electricals, so I've stolen quite a lot of that. I'm not proud. I think I've been doing it because I can, to prove to myself either way, my extra hour is actually real.
Let me see.
I did think, what good could I do, other than catch up with work? I did see a woman who was having her purse snatched, so I gave her purse back, and the crook, I placed him on a bus a few blocks away. I have no idea where it was going. She'd never really be able to thank me, so... I don't have any...
He has done... What has he done with the post? Okay.
Not something I know about.
Try this. What happened to the photos?
I can't delete them. I don't know why. I haven't shown them to anyone else. Do you want to see them, Doctor? I can't delete them. I have no idea. I don't know.
Photo.
Nope.
Come on, fam. I'm not trying to put that whole thing. Like, for real, I'm not trying to put that whole thing.
I can't delete them. I don't know why. No.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Maybe Dr. Depp contained ashes or remains. Ashes.
I'm a bit of a professional at this grave filling business, Doctor. I know a decoy coffin when I handle one. I did think, what good could I do, other than catch up with work? I did see a woman who was having her purse snatched, so I gave her purse back, and the crook, I placed him on a bus a few blocks away. I have no idea where it was going. She'd never really be able to thank me, so I took another picture. I took a picture after undressing her. I put her clothes back on before time resumed.
He did what?
To be honest, there wasn't much to take off and put on. Do you know what kind of girls walk around at midnight, Doctor?
Call girls.
Sorry, Doctor.
Wait, I misspelled it? I put dances.
Not some.
Let me try this again. Maybe I misspelled it. Oh, okay.
I have no idea what you want me to say.
Spelled it right that time. I think I did. For the two. Alright, never mind.
When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen and only I could move, because I live on my own. What would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen? Go to a fairground? When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen and only I could move. When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen and only I could move, because I live on my own. I live on my own. Occasionally I visit my father. He's in sheltered housing. Dementia.
Okay. Killing them. Well, did I answer the other one already? Nope.
I can't delete them. I don't know why. I haven't shown them to anyone else. Do you want to see them, Doctor?
I want to know why he asked them.
I don't know.
Would I murder someone in my extra armor? Well, I'm asking like that.
I don't think you would, Doctor. I don't think I would either.
so I got that answered.
I can't delete them. I don't know why. I haven't shown them to anyone else. Do you want to see them, Doctor?
I don't know what this nigga talking about, man. Um, don't know why. Don't know.
No.
Huh.
I can't delete them. I don't know why. I haven't shown them.
Can't. Can't delete them.
I don't really know about that.
He asked if I wanted to see the photos. I should answer yes. I just said that. Okay. Let me put yes photos. Plus, I gotta see if these.
If you want to see those photos, you're as sick as I am.
Really good. Alright. So now we're gonna go on to the new folks. Yeah. Um. Okay, so now we got one of the new folks, Jasmine.
I'm Jasmine. I don't come in that often. What happened to Dr. Dekker?
I'm not gonna say anything about it. Because what if she don't know?
We had a display in the gallery based on Love Conquers All, so I had to work. Mainly it was a collection of giant hearts sat on things, but I ran into another patient, Bryce. I'd never really spoken with him before, but he's quite an art critic. I couldn't get rid of him until I finished work at 11. There's actually another guy who takes over on the night shift. I'm not sure if he kept talking to Bryce though. Providence is open 24 hours. There's not much to tell. I knew he was a patient here. I'd seen him in the waiting room a couple of times. He likes art and talking and looking down here instead of up here.
That sound like him. So he literally undressing. Yo, he literally undressing girls, God.
I'm Jasmine. I don't come in that often.
Often. And then I'm gonna ask Bryce about Jasmine.
When you see a painting, it stands still. When I see one, it's moving, like a mini film, like little vines. But when there's a person in the painting,
Alright.
I don't have anything to say to that.
Now you frying.
I don't really know about that.
Now you frying. Alright.
when you see a painting, it stands still. When I see one, it's moving, like a mini film, like little vines. But when there's a person in the painting, when I want them to normally, when I want to really get inside what's going on. But some paintings, I can't stop. They watch me, normally disapprovingly.
Is they sexist or some shit?
Because they don't think I know how to appreciate art, because I'm too young.
Do you appreciate
Yes,
art?
of course. Otherwise I wouldn't be working in an art gallery. I love art. I love paintings. Like I said, they move for me.
Watch out, I move.
I've been working on portraits, at home, outside work. But my paintings aren't so good. Nowhere near Providence standard. I painted a man, Dorian. You know, after Dorian Gray. I've been working on portraits. I wanted to try and capture someone aging, so I divided the face into thirds and painted a boy, his father, and his grandfather in each third. It was hideous. And it started talking to me. I wanted to try and capture someone aging, so I divided the face into thirds and painted a boy, his father. Nope. That I'm ugly, that I have no talent, nothing will become of me. Is that true, Doctor? I hear it so many times with that wretched painting. It's in my head. But thank you. I'm Jasmine. I don't come in that often. What happened to Dr. Dekker?
Okay, should ask about her. In fact, let me see this shit right here. The girl behind me.
Possibly a relative of yours.
Okay, so you already answered that. Cool. Alright, so We'll
He was
ask about
shy,
Dekker.
and then less so. When I told him about my problem, he told me to set fire to it. Yeah, he could have been more specific. I tried to set fire to Providence. At that time, I thought the only way to fix my problem was to set fire to the entire art gallery. Several paintings didn't make it. Luckily, my boss didn't press charges. The police did arrest me, though. My boss, Petra, she's just lovely like that. Providence has gone through some tough times, and I've only been there a year. She invested her life savings, and it's still not making any money. Such a sweet lady. You'd do anything for her. My boss, Petra, she's... Dr. Dekker told me to burn it. It was nothing to do with Petra.
Okay.
My boss, Petra, she's just lovely like that. Providence has gone through some tough times, and I've only been there a year. No. Why are you saying that? I don't even know if Petra has insurance.
You're the one that said it. Did the painting or Dorian get destroyed in the fire? Dorian. Fire.
I wanted to try and catch... I wanted to try and capture someone aging, so
I just
I
put the
divided
answer,
the
though.
face into thirds and painted a boy, his father, and his grandfather in each third. It was hideous. And it... I already ripped up the painting. It screamed as I cut it. And now whenever I close my eyes, I can see it, hear it. I need the tablets, Doctor. I need them.
Tablets.
The temazepam, the sleeping tablets. The ones you gave me last time.
Okay, so that's the second person. Trying to think. Who's the first person that took it? It was Nathan. Nathan was the first person that took the tablets. Let me note that. Okay. So we're gonna note that. As soon as I can get to my notes. Cool, and I got the word right there for me.
The temazepam? Dr. Dekker gave them to me. They helped. I know it's in my head. I know paintings can't talk. What's wrong with me, Doctor? Why do I do this?
I don't know. I think you lack confidence.
Thank you, Doctor. I'll think about that. And the prescription, please?
No, I'm not that kind of doctor. See, you gotta go see so-and-so and so-and-so about so-and-so. But thank you for playing. Hope you enjoyed. And just be happy this ain't a casting
I'm
couch.
Jasmine. I don't come in that often.
What's that last joint
Thank
she
you,
asked?
Doctor. I'll think about that. And the prescription, please?
Prescription.
I don't really have anything to say.
Here you go. Alright, whatever.
I really don't know.
They won't let me give her the prescription.
I'm Jasmine. I don't come in that often. What happened to Dr. Dekker? Beats me.
Alright. She asked about the shot. Tell her that he was murdered. I'm saying not to, but I guess we ain't got no choice.
Oh. When? How? Sorry, you probably don't know, do you? Oh. When? How? Sorry, you probably don't know, do you? Ouch. I didn't really know him that well. I'm trying to remember what I was doing on Valentine's Day now.
You just told me. Alright.
We had a display in the gallery.
So she has an alibi. She doesn't have an alibi. He has an alibi. She doesn't have an alibi. She has an alibi. Nobody can confirm her shit. And if I remember right, he doesn't have an alibi, right?
I was at Henley Church on Valentine's Day, visiting Hannah's grave. It was the anniversary of her death. Her parents wanted a huge funeral with all the trimmings. Hannah would never have come for it. It does give me some...
Alright, so we try Henley Church.
I can't help you with that. Sorry.
What you mean you can't help me with that? Alright, so now we got Lacey.
I'm Lacey Hendricks. So you don't know about me then?
You're looking like you're fiending a little bit there.
I was at Henley Church. They had a service that ran right up till midnight. For us less fortunates without a love in their life. Well, now. Do you have someone, Doctor? Do you have a love in your life?
Nope. Let me see what you know about this nigga Nathan.
Don't know. That sounds like something I was at Henley Church. They had a service that ran right up till midnight. For us less fortunates.
Try this. Let me try Henley.
No, I can't really answer that.
Maybe it's just Henley.
Sorry, I've not...
Alright, church. Great.
That's not really a... I was at Henley Church. They had a service that ran right up till midnight.
Let me try service.
I suppose I could tell you, but I don't have all the gossip. I was at Henley Church. They had a service that ran right up till midnight. For us less fortunates without... Keep asking, but I don't know. I'm Lacey Hendricks. So you don't know about me then? Where to start? My next door neighbour in Jobson Hill, where I live, she was murdered. 80, and they diversion burgled her. But she was wise to it and started calling the police. They slit her throat with a bread knife. So I started a neighbourhood watch.
Oh, so she got a neighborhood watch.
It was me and Agnes. Everyone else thought we were overreacting. If they want their throats cut, that's up to them, living in their bubbles. But Agnes... Poor Agnes. She went missing, and still is. And that's what people think. But it's not the truth. It killed them. It looks normal enough. A smartly dressed, door-to-door saleswoman. I know because I heard my other neighbours shout at her. No Jehovah's! They think anyone knocking is a Jehovah. But she said she was selling double glazing. I don't know. I didn't answer the door. It's not to nowadays. But I watched her go to Agnes's. Poor Agnes. She let her right into her house. I could only see the silhouette. It turned from a person into a, well, it looked like, I guess you'd call it a Medusa. Snakes for her face.
Okay.
And Agnes just fell to the floor. A few minutes later, the woman left, smiling like the cat that got the cream. That was the end of Agnes.
Let me check. Said my internet was wild. Nah, looks like we're still good. Alright.
I could only see the silhouette. It turned from...
To a Medusa.
I saw it with my own eyes. What more proof do I need? You're starting to sound like Dr. Dekker. He didn't believe me either. I didn't have much luck with him, like I said. He didn't believe me. He thought I was having a hallucination caused by the stress of my neighbour being so brutally murdered. Where is Agnes, though? I haven't found her, have they? Have they?
I don't know.
I don't know anything about.
Sorry.
Don't ask me.
I'm just asking everybody.
That's not really important.
So.
Sorry. I don't know.
Of course, none of y'all seem to know. How would I know whether or not they found Agnes?
I didn't have much luck with him, like I said. I'm not really sure about that. I didn't have much luck with him, like I said. He didn't believe me. He thought I was having a hallucination caused by the stress of my neighbour being so brutally murdered. Where is Agnes, though? I haven't found her, have they?
Wait, did I ask Bryce?
I don't have anything.
I didn't have much luck with him, like I said. He didn't believe me. He thought I was having a hallucination caused by the stress of my neighbour being so brutally murdered. Where is... What? That can't be possible. that true? Why don't I know about it then? When was this then? Is she alive? Her useless husband is? Don't know much about him, other than the fact that he looks at me like I'm 6 foot under every time we meet. He doesn't seem too bothered she's gone missing either. He did at first, when the police were crawling around. But now they've gone, that's stopped. If I hadn't seen that thing eat her, I'd... No. He's a weaselly little man who spends far too much time in his garden. It's probably like the National Trust back there. The constant digging and building, pruning and sawing. What a thing to say! Why would you say that? I kept watching the front door after that saleswoman had left and nothing. She didn't leave, and you can't get out the back since the council sold the garage block. Ron's a gardener, not a killer. Unless... Agnes said Ron was laying the foundations for a new greenhouse. You don't think... I need to call the police. I need to call them now. But they won't listen to me. I tried to tell them about the monster, but they didn't believe me. They won't believe me about this, I promise you. Please, could you call them, Doctor? I need to call the police. I need to call them now. But they won't listen to me. I tried to tell them about the monster, but they didn't believe me. They won't believe me about this, I promise you. Please, could you call them, Doctor?
Shit, they won't believe me.
I saw it with my own eyes. Garden Club. You should come with me one night. It's a lovely way to meet new people.
I put a glove. What's a glove? I'm tripping.
Have you been listening to me? Garden Club. You should come with me one night. It's a lovely... Sorry, I've not... I need to call the police. saw it with my own eyes. What more proof do I need? You're starting to sound like Doc. I didn't have much luck with him, like I said. He didn't believe me. He thought I was having a hallucination caused by the stress of my neighbour being so brutally murdered. Where is Agnes, though? I haven't found her, have they? Have they? I saw it with my own. I need to call the police. I need to call them now. But they won't listen to me.
I'm gonna hold off on that. It gotta be something else. So let me do police.
Don't know. I suppose I could tell you, but I don't have all the gossip. No, I can't really. Thank you, Doctor. Now give me a pen and I'll write down the details for you. Don't you want to know why Dr. Dekker called me the leech lady? He said that I leech thoughts from people, suck 'em right out of their heads. And I can put thoughts in there too. I'm not that clever though, am I, Doctor? I mean, it's not as if I was having an affair with Ron and Agnes was in the way and needed to disappear. So I made this story up. I mean, what do you think I do for a living anyway? That's not really a... Why did you guess that, Doctor? Because I've got time on my hands. Enough time to worry and protect my neighbours with a neighbourhood watch scheme. You're wrong. But I'll remember that.
Well, that's how you feel. So, whatever. Alright, so we got all those done. So, we can go on to the next, John.
David
hunts,
I can change my skin.
then skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date.
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did
On
phone
Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number. There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I? He was preoccupied with finding
Photographs.
patterns.
Rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since,
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
Oh, Doctor, you surprised me. Reminds me of Officer Yates. Did I ever mention I had a special friend in the police force? Nah, it's not something you drop politely into a conversation. He's been doing some digging and he's found a couple things. There's a crime scene report that goes into all the gory details and another report that's about a patient you're seeing today, Claire. I'll put them both on the desk for you. And thanks for the grief counselling, by the way. It's really been helping, you know. I'm so glad you're here.
She just hugged me. Chapter Act 3 Spiked. Who the fuck is this? Oh, so looks like all my regulars are here. Yeah, all my regulars are here. Alright, let's see what's good with this shit. Statement by Christian Weber. Not to be confused with Christopher Weber. Police officer 7. Y'all know what I mean. But anyway, I'm faded. But yeah, to the best of my knowledge, the statement is true. I understand I may be persecuted if I have stated anything that I know to be untrue. Okay. They now let me. Can I not bring it down? Alright, so I received. Okay, so myself and blank responded to a call received from a neighbor of the Borough House, Western Park Avenue, concerning a reported disturbance. We arrived to the address and knocked on the front door, but there was no reply. When we then examined the rear of the property and gained entry through insecure patio doors. We entered the property through this door and I announced myself by shouting police, but did not hear any response. We searched the premises. Oh, I tripped. We searched the premises. Upon entering the dining room, I saw a female seated next to a man who was lying on the ground. The man did not appear to be conscious. Both persons were drenched in blood, and there was a substantial amount of blood on the carpet, walls, and furniture. I noted what appeared to be a steak knife on the floor, which was also covered in blood. At this point, I asked the woman to put her hands on her head, which she did. PC Holt secured the female while I checked the man for signs of life, but found none. I asked the woman her name, and she identified herself as Claire Castleford. I asked if she knew the dead man. She said he was her husband, David Castleford. I asked what happened, and she said she had killed him. Let's see, following a search by so-and-so revealed no other person present in the house, I said to, so you're under arrest for suspicion of murder. I then cautioned her. Wait, come on fam, I'm still reading the rest of that. They won't let me scroll down. Scroll down. Okay. So her husband is actually dead. Alright, next. The victim was located in his office, seated on a chair behind his desk, soaked in blood, with an obvious chest wound. Possible murder weapons, paper spike, desk accessory, protruding from the approximate region of the victim's heart. What's a paper spike? Hold on, I'm about to look that up for y'all. Oh, okay. It's the thing they put them sticky notes on. For whatever reason. Let's see. Estimated temperature to be... Know that the victim's body was reportedly discovered at 10:20 p.m. What? Estimated from measurements to be between 8:30 and 10:30, but it was reported. That's what I'm saying. It won't let me read the rest of it. Let me see some. Let me just put in Dr. Dekker. Can't read the... Maybe that's just how it's supposed to be. Try, can't scroll. Can't scroll. No. So he don't have a first name? They just know him as Dekker? Which X singer? Hold on, let me see what X singer 10. I don't even know. I don't even know how you say that shit. X. Loss of blood. Okay, so when he got stabbed, he bled to death. That's like the. That's all you had to say was he bled to death. All right. All right. So then this kills literally a lot of people's. Well, actually, no. This doesn't kill people's alibis. See, the arrest report says Claire killed David. I've underlined some things to ask her about. Wonder if Bryce buried David. What happened with Ben? Ask patients about the paper spike. Too much to do today. Facts. Well, we got Jai here, so.
I think that's all settled now. We are agreeing to pay Ben £5,000 and he's agreeing not to say anything about what he saw.
Yet, I can't talk to him.
I think that's all settled now. We are agreeing to pay Ben £5,000 and he's agreeing not to say anything about what he saw.
Where? Like, yeah, like, where is this nigga now?
I think that's all settled.
Fam, where is he now?
He thought he saw a creature coming out of Dr. Dekker's mouth. Well, at least that's the reason he's given for not emptying the bins that night. Either way, it's not the kind of publicity that we need. Shiny, happy, sane people.
Okay, so check it. So she just gave me a big hit in here. So that's why. Cause the cops didn't get there till 10:30. Yet the body was discovered at 10:20. And they couldn't do. So that means he could possibly go to jail for possibly messing with a crime scene. Because the cops don't officially know what the crime scene's like. They just know what time my dude discovered it. And he's talking about monsters and shit coming out. Like, fam, that's hella suspect. Like, where is this nigga been now?
It's in that police report that I gave to you. You should really take a look at it. He talked to me a bit. It's been bothering me, but I think I should share it.
He won't get in
My
draws.
key card went missing on Valentine's Day and Nathan had it. Well, he gave it back to me in the morning, said he'd found it on the floor of the office, but I don't drop things, Doctor, not key cards. I checked the access log and it was used at 10:05 on Valentine's night. I guess it doesn't prove he used it, but somebody did.
I'm gonna make note of that. We're gonna make note of that. It's at 10:05. Trying to keep all these notes just so I just so I got everything taken care of. Josh says Nathan found her key card.
I've told you all I know about Dr. Dekker. He started out good, then turned a bit crazy towards the end. When you start giving people more problems as a therapist, that's a bit crazy.
Where? Hold on, yo, I'm gonna get me some snacks. I'm getting type hungry. I'm back.
I've told you all I know about Dr. Dekker. He started out good, then turned a bit crazy.
So then you turn crazy.
I think that he possibly cursed other people, a bit like he cursed me. Sometimes you could see he was bursting to tell me about it, but he couldn't. He was ecstatic with power. I think that he possibly cursed other people, a bit like he cursed me. The curse. Well, remembered. I was hoping you'd forget. It's going to sound crazy. Dr. Dekker said I would never be able to move forward until I came to terms with my grief. And so from this point on, I start to relive the same day over and over again until I made something of it. I believed him. I started out with depression. Now I seem to repeat days. Even if you don't believe the repeat days, then I clearly have extra mental health problems that he's given me. I didn't want to believe him. I remember I said, you can't just say things and they happen. He laughed and laughed. I think he was going mad. He said he'd give me a demonstration. He held his hand outstretched and told me to look at the flame. There was no flame, and then there was. He was holding a flame in his hand that had come out of nowhere.
Look at the flame.
And he tried to hypnotize me to make me forget it. He held his hand outstretched and told me to look at the flame.
He really made a flame appear.
There was no flame, and then there was. He was holding a flame in his hand that had come out of nowhere. And he tried to hypnotize me to make me forget it.
I feel like this has like an extreme importance.
I didn't forget seeing the flame. He wanted me to forget it all, but I didn't. For whatever reason, he couldn't undo what he'd done. I was scared. I pretended like the hypnosis had worked. I was scared what Dr. Dekker would do to me if he found out I still knew. So I had to play along. Keep coming to the sessions. Pretend I hadn't seen what he'd done. It was awful, because I was suffering through the same days over and over again. But I couldn't talk to him about it, because he'd know. He'd become bored of me, so I got much of my insight from calls or messages he'd take during our sessions. I think because he hypnotized me, he didn't want to play with me anymore, so I got basic therapist. He told me lots of people get depression, to become more active, see more people. And although he wouldn't always be there to listen, Jaya would be. Yeah, I talked to her quite a lot. I'm not sure how many days of that she'd remember. She seemed to care, which is more I can say for Dekker. Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore? And thanks for the dating advice, by the way. I signed up for a dating website. It's a bit easy, to be honest. If I message something they don't like, I change it when the day replays. It's not very honest.
I haven't mentioned it to the police yet. I'm still thinking about it. He talked to me a bit. It's been bothering me, but I think I should share it. My keycard went missing.
If I'm being honest, I'd probably rather ask out one of the patients I've seen here. The friendly redhead with the accent. If I'm being honest, I'd probably rather ask out one of the patients I've seen here. The friendly redhead with the accent. No. I was scared what Dr. Dekker would do to me if he found out I still knew. So I had to play along. Keep coming to the sessions. Pretend I hadn't seen what he'd done. It was awful, because I was suffering through the same days over and over again. But I couldn't talk to him about it, because he'd know.
He'd know.
You've asked me that already. No. Wait, maybe that was yesterday. I don't know, anyway. I was scared what Dr. I was scared.
Oh, let's just keep. Alright.
I remember the spike. He was very sharp. Dekker used to fool around with it during the sessions, but I mostly just kept my head down. Most of the time it paid not to look at what he was doing. I burned Hannah's rocking chair. The day moved forward. It was a good choice. I'm not sure I've got much left of hers now. I've burnt most of it, or given it away, just to make the days move forward. There was a moment when I was attacking a Salvation Army bin. I gave in.
You attacked the Salvation
I accidentally
Army,
put Hannah's diary into a Salvation Army donation bin. They're like huge post boxes with a circular tray that makes sure things spill to the bottom. I tried to get in to get it back, but I gave up. I read the last few weeks of Hannah's diary a while ago. I must have accidentally dropped in some clothes for the Salvation Army bin. It's funny, because I wasn't going to read it. She said she'd fallen out of love with me. That she was going to break off the engagement. That she didn't love me anymore.
Damn.
I regretted it. I regretted that I mourned for Hannah so long. I regret the grief. I regret all the days I slept through because of it. Had I known she didn't love me anymore, things would have been different. I'm a bit angry now. If I had that day over again, I may just still pull out in front of the driver.
Damn, that's fucked up, bruh.
When you live life as I do, you don't really know what has happened and what hasn't anymore. Sometimes I do things and I repeat the day so they're undone. I've done some things I'm not proud of, but none of it usually sticks.
For real. It really is. Shout out to Broadcast Chill, my sponsor. Yeah, for chilling. Let's see. Oh yeah, she fell out of love with you.
I read the last few weeks of Hannah's diary a while ago. I must have accidentally dropped in some clothes for the Salvation Army bin. It's funny, because I wasn't going to read it. She said she'd fallen out of love with me.
Still love you no more.
No, sorry.
You no more.
Dekker was a dangerous person. I'm glad he's dead. You'll get no glowing references from me.
How did Dekker want him to make something of his repeating days?
Like I said, it takes something like a tragic event to move my day forward. I do more and more bizarre things to try and get things moving. It's a curse, like I said.
And how does that make you feel? Yeah.
Like I said, it takes something like a tragic event to move my...
So a tragic event.
I intentionally cut myself, I publicly humiliate myself, I steal things, I hurt people around me, just enough to get another day to start. I ran out of people around me pretty quickly.
Alright. What we got next? Okay, so make something. Got that done.
I read the last few weeks of Hannah's diary a while ago. I must have accidentally dropped in some clothes for the Salvation Army bin. It's funny, because I wasn't going to read it. She said she'd fallen out of love with me. That she was going to break off the engagement.
Okay, let's try engagement. Oh my goodness, yeah. These people firing fireworks.
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore?
Alright. What isn't he telling me? I should talk to other people then check my notes. That's what I was thinking too. I'm just putting key card.
Yeah. I found it on the floor of the office. Dr. Dekker suggested I search for treasure that was in front of me. I didn't know what it was when I picked it up. I just put it in my pocket. It was only later that I realised. This looks bad, doesn't it? It wasn't used to gain entry on Valentine's Day, was it? Yeah. I found it on the floor of the office. Dr. Dekker suggested I search for treasure that was in front of me. I didn't know what it was when I picked it up. I just put it in my pocket.
Well, I can tell him because he technically has an alibi. Because of what was it? There's that other girl, Jasmine. She confirmed that she seen this nigga. Oh wait, no. She confirmed that she seen the other nigga. What's the name? Oh yeah, so no. I'm not gonna say nothing yet. Because that one crazy girl, Lacey, she never confirmed. I'll ask him if he knows the Lacey.
That's not really relevant.
When did he?
A few weeks ago. It's still sinking in. Suppose living a lie is just the norm nowadays.
Alright, so we got all that done. My whole thing is I wanted to... Alright, I'm gonna take a risk. But usually in this scenario, y'all, I would tell y'all not to mention what this key card was used for. Just off of the fact that it's like if he's a suspect and if he knows the key card's used, then that means I don't know who that is. Oh wait, no, that's dude from the other day. Why they telling me? Wait, did I create a party or something? I don't know. But yeah, like I was saying. In most cases, I would probably hold off on it.
I haven't mentioned it to the police yet. I'm still thinking about it.
She's still thinking about it. Why?
I'm fine. I'm ready for my grief counselling. I emailed you Mariana's address. I don't know why you'd want it. I suppose you're going to start doing home visits now, like Dr. Dekker?
Wait, he did home visits?
Doctor, if you don't want it, don't text me and ask for it. It's all right. I don't mind doing menial tasks for you. Someone has to do them.
But I didn't.
Yes, Dr. Dekker started doing home visits for Mariana. He said she couldn't concentrate properly in his office. I hope you're not thinking of doing the same thing. I need you right where I can see you. Checks and balances, Doctor. Somebody needs to be watching the watchman, so to speak. Make sure you're helping, not hindering. He probably did his fair share of helping and hindering. He was definitely helping in the beginning, but then seemed to lose sight of things. I think he was so overwhelmed by the patients he was getting. His curiosity just got the better of him. There was a definite turning point.
I should ask about Dekker's home visits. Oh, facts.
Yes, Dr. Dekker started doing home visits for Mariana. That's a strange question to ask. Are you feeling all right, Doctor? I think you'll find there's more than one question there, Doctor. Somewhere around the time Professor Alderby turned up, that seemed to unsettle him. And then we had a flood of extra weird patients. I think it was all too much for him. I think I misjudged him. I hope you deal with it better. Somewhere around the time...
Oh, to be.
I don't know everything. I know most things, but not everything.
Turned up. He turned up for what?
Nope.
Alright. I'm trying to be murdered.
I don't know. I don't know any.
It has something to do with this nigga. Alright, well.
Grief is such a strange word if you keep saying it. Grief, grief, grief. It sounds like somebody's being whipped. And you're going to ask me how I feel today?
And how does that make you feel?
Some mornings I come into work and still expect him to be here. Sometimes it feels like he actually is here, watching over me.
And under you? And on the
We
side?
had a connection. It's gone now, though. You can't have a connection with the dead, can you? Not for too long, anyway.
So, what
Dr.
connection?
Dekker asked me to have dinner with him for Valentine's. I refused, obviously, because you don't sleep where you eat or something like that. But it was flattering, especially with competition like Mariana around.
I don't know. So you see her as competition.
Sorry,
now.
I didn't mean I was competing. I was happy Mariana was going out with him. I didn't want to be romantic with him. We had a stronger connection than that.
Why was there a stronger connection?
Dr. Dekker and I shared some philosophy. We'd both read The Cult of the Kinetic Mind, and we agreed with a lot of what it said. Have you read that book, Doctor? I was at home on my lonesome, Doctor, like I said before.
Fam, I'm trying to prove that you're innocent. This is making you too suspicious. But it's like, yo, why would they just throw this in my face like this? I'm sorry, how games work, like, to me, was like, usually they don't make shit this obvious. Cause think about it. She was off that day. She was by herself, and she mysteriously had lost her key card. All those would have pointed to her being the killer.
In Cult of the Kinetic Mind, the author suggests that everyone is capable of psychokinesis and that the cult leaders specifically had these powers that turned their followers into disciples. It's not a fun read, but if you're into psychology, it's a blast. Psychokinesis is the ability to change the physical world without actually touching it, just by using your mind. It's not just about bending spoons. It covers all sorts of things like telepathy, telekinesis, telesabalas. Shoot me, I'm a Kojak fan.
Do you believe in psychokinesis?
Like I said, all those cool things are in Cult of the Kinetic Mind, apart from Kojak, obviously. If you ever get a patient who thinks they can change the world with just their mind, then duck, just in case they can. But seriously, do a whole load of shrinking and make them better. Whether you believe in psychokinesis or not, you'll need to figure out your approach with those that do.
Duly noted.
How do you make people who think they have special powers better? Do you remain passive and support, encourage them, take them away?
I had to be passive. Ain't my biz. It's not my business.
Things could escalate. Building trust is one thing, but at what cost?
At the cost of y'all dying and me living.
No, not at all in my experience. Dr. Dekker had an unusual number of patients who claimed psychokinesis. Either he'd been specifically looking for them or someone had been sending them. It's entirely possible that someone is targeting this practice with psychokinetic patients. To what end, I don't know. It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are diagnosed as insane, or at least temporarily insane. It's a handy diagnosis if you're facing criminal prosecution, especially if it's for murder.
Yeah. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my ice cream. Ice cream, we all scream for ice cream.
Honestly, I think Dr. Dekker had a bit of a crush on Mariana, or vice versa. I'm not really sure. There's some footage from their home sessions if you want to see them.
Actually, yes.
That was a joke, Doctor. I guess we found our level.
My fault. I need evidence. Like,
Oops, that was a strange thing to say, wasn't it? Whipped. Am I all whips and chains in the bedroom or dominant in the boardroom? Don't answer that, it's not a question. It's early days for a harassment suit yet, what with Ben's nervous shock already.
okay.
Dr. Dekker did send me to see his mother once. She was dying in a nursing home and he didn't want to see her. I remember him calling her a manipulative, evil old hag. You tend not to ask any more questions after that.
That's my question. Damn it. Come on, man.
Have you been taking notes in our session, Doctor? Perhaps you should check them?
Oh, so it's just not going.
I don't know.
Of course you don't. Alright. That.
No, not at all in my experience. Dr. Dekker had an unusual number of patients who claimed psychokinesis. Either he'd been specifically looking for them or someone had been sending them. No, not at all in my experience. You're overthinking things. You don't need to.
Okay.
No, as far as I know, Mariana was the only patient that Dr. Dekker did home visits for. I was at home on my lonesome, Doctor, like I said before.
Lonesome.
I'm a bit of a bookworm. I'm one of those annoying, constantly self-improving, overachieving types. Takes one to know one, Doctor?
What you trying to say, though?
I'm fine. I'm ready for my grief counselling. I emailed you Mariana's address. I don't know why you'd want it. I suppose... Doctor, if you don't... Sorry, I didn't mean I was competing. I was happy Mariana was going out with him. I didn't want to be romantic with him. We had a strong... I have no idea what they did and when they did it. I'm happy to keep it that way too.
Go on my PlayStation. There we go. Shoot. Should start tweaking. I didn't ask for. Yeah, cause that's what I was saying too. I was like, I ain't asked for her address.
Doctor, if you don't want... Well, maybe someone sneaked your phone during a session and texted. I know they all look innocent, but if it's not nailed down, there's a good chance they'll walk away with it. You know, I used to have an iPad. And a Surface.
Alright, so we got that part taken care of. Let me see.
In Cult of the Kinetic Mind, the author suggests that everyone is capable of psychokinesis and that the cult leaders specifically had these powers that turned their followers into disciples. It's not a fun read, but that's not something I know. No. That's a strange question to ask.
No, it's not. I'm probably just spelling the word wrong.
Most of the patients you're seeing have claimed some kind of psychokinesis. If you don't think that's the case, then they just haven't told you yet. There's just a lot of crazy flying around, Doctor. Don't catch any of it.
Yeah, I didn't want to ask her about Claire.
No.
Guess I ain't gonna get more out of her.
I'm okay. Thanks for asking. It's rent day, and I always feel a little blue on rent day. Rent day is the day I pay rent to my landlady.
Really?
I'm okay. Thanks for asking. It's rent day, and I always feel a little blue on rent day. I pay my rent to a landlady. I don't own my own place. I'm just passing through. I pay my rent to a landlady. I don't own my own place. I'm just passing through. You're not getting it. I pay my rent to a landlady.
I'm just for passing through.
I never stay in one town very long. I get bored too easily. Once you've seen the same faces over and over again, you move. Like I said before, I like to move around a lot.
That's suspicious in itself.
Nope.
Fam. Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
never stay in one town very long. I get bored too easily. Once you've seen the same faces over and over again, you move. Like I said before, I like to move around a lot.
I just try to move around a lot.
You will have to ask me. I never stay. I don't know about that. I've had no blackouts, and I haven't been to the beach since our last session. But I think I will today. Do you want to come with me to the beach? Dr. Dekker used to put my checks on that thing. I guess someone thought they weren't getting value for money.
That's some good ass ice cream.
I've had no blackouts, and I haven't been to the beach since our last session. But I think I will today. Do you want to come?
Okay, so that's gonna go into.
I actually don't have a lot of money. Sometimes a therapy check would bounce, but Dr. Dekker would be okay with it. Oh, my checks are fine though, don't worry.
Oh hell nah. Your ass gotta go. Nah, fuck that. We out. It's like, forget this, we gone. Like, you think is this a charity? Like, nah, this ain't that type of office. It's like, nah. Let me check.
I'm not broke. Men buy me drinks at bars though. Sometimes I'll get away with not paying at restaurants. Isn't that how it is for everybody?
No.
I mainly like drive-thrus. I don't like crowds, and I find it difficult to stay in the same place for too long. I guess I'm a fidget.
No, you sound like a very good murderer.
Crowds at nightclubs and bars are different. The lights are dim. You can slink around without attracting too much attention.
Yo, she just really described what of a murderer.
Sometimes I'll kiss a guy in a club, and then he just follows me. Wherever I go. It's creepy.
Says the person that comes
I
up and
don't
kisses
want
him.
everyone seeing that. They follow me wherever I go. Anywhere. Where do you think they follow me, Doctor? It depends where they follow me. If they follow me home, they bang on the door for an hour or so, then leave. Other places, they just disappear. I don't see them again.
Yeah, they tripping. She tripping.
They don't just disappear into thin air. I think they return to the place I found them. But I've not run into the same person twice.
But you just bumped into me.
You've got a good memory, Doctor. Let's talk dreams. Sometimes I'll dream about a light, deep in the ocean somewhere. I head towards it because it's warm and glowing, like a beacon. And when I'm at the bottom, it's the most beautiful thing. Like a welcoming sun. Like I'm home. And then I wake up. It's so beautiful. It calls me. It's like I'm in a trance.
They do not pay me enough for this job.
What does the dream mean, Doctor?
It's like I'm literally two sides of a coin. I'm a doctor and I'm a detective. Ain't this some bullshit?
It's so beautiful. It calls me. It's like I'm in a trance. What does the dream mean, Doctor?
I was half paying attention.
I guess. I hate being in the same place for too long. Maybe I'm always searching for paradise or something.
I mean, probably.
Doctor, I think you're getting a little anxious. If you ever wanted to visit the beach, you can just turn up. It's not mine. It's just good manners to accept when someone offers to buy you a drink. I'm a very good-natured girl.
But you don't drink.
It's just good manners to accept when someone offers to buy you a Try again? It's just good manners to accept when someone offers to buy you a drink. I'm a very good-natured girl. Don't you think I'm sweet, Doctor? Don't you think I'm sweet, Doctor?
I mean, probably.
Yes. They follow me home. They're silent. It's like a trance. Yes.
It's a trance.
They're in some kind of trance, like zombies. But I don't know what they want.
Alright, catch you, bro. Shout out to Broadcast Chill. Thanks for chilling with me, bro. Appreciate it.
Yes. They follow me home. They're silent. It's like a trance. Yes. They follow me home.
Yeah. Silent. Silent.
I don't talk to them, they don't talk to me.
I said, do they put you to bed?
There was one guy, a real gym buddy. I let him into the bedroom, but nothing. Nothing I did would stop him just staring at me. It was creepy.
Okay, that's extremely creepy.
I got him to follow me outside, and then I just shut the door.
That's hella creepy. This nigga ain't even trying to hit her nothing. He just was just like staring, looking at her, just the whole time.
Don't you think I'm sweet, Doctor?
Yeah, man.
Are we still talking about him? And I thought you were just interested in me, Doctor.
Huh?
Dr. Dekker suggested home visits. I think he was probably checking up on his investment. You're not thinking of doing home visits, are you, Doctor?
Hell nah. I need my money. Nope.
That's good. I'm not sure I can afford any more of your time.
I bet.
I think you're falling for me, Doctor. Don't let that get in the way of helping me.
Okay, I was just trying to be nice, but shit, next time I'll be an asshole.
Dr. Dekker suggested home visits.
He suggested.
Are we still talking about it?
She's probably just one of the people where it's like once she got something, she good, then she leave type shit. That's basically what I got from it. That's what I got from it.
I've got a short attention span. The malaise of our generation, I expect. What are you bored by, Doctor?
I'm bored by a lot of things.
I've got a short... I don't know anything about that.
The fuck you mean you don't know anything about that? Talking about I got a short attention span.
Dr. Dekker suggested home visits. I think he was probably...
Investment.
Aren't we all your investments, Doctor? All the time, all the energy you've invested in us? Seeing how we're doing, making sure we're growing correctly? He called it aversion therapy. Whenever I felt the urge to go to the sea, he would do something unpleasant.
Unpleasant. Fam, what kind of doctor was this nigga?
I don't know what you'd call it, but it was unpleasant for me.
Man, we can't even trust the niggas that give you advice. Ain't this some shit?
I've got a short attention span. The malaise of our generation, I expect. What are you bored by, Doctor?
Why is it creepy? Why is what creepy? Oh yeah, cause she pretty much got a superpower.
I don't want people to follow me. I'm not trying to get them to do anything. Sometimes I'll kiss a guy in a club, and then he just follows me. Wherever I go. It's creepy. I'm not a siren. It's just how some guys are. I tried it with a woman, too. She followed me. If a lot of people are watching, then it doesn't work. I'm not a siren. It's just how some guys... Interesting that you should say that. Dr. Dekker said the same thing. And he's dead now. Siren... mermaid? Do you think I could really be one?
Shit, I don't know.
I'm not a siren. It's just how some guys are. I tried it with a woman. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You just told me that you did.
I'm
What was
not
the
a
other one?
siren. It's just how some guys are. I tried it with a woman, too. She followed me. If a lot of people are watching, then it doesn't work.
These people, they be watching.
If I kiss somebody and a lot of people are watching, they don't follow me. Too embarrassed, I guess.
Okay. We almost done here. So, you just like people will visit nightclubs. True that.
Crowds at nightclubs and bars are different. The lights are dim. You can slink around without attracting too much attention.
Say, yes, I'm a thug, but I don't like attention.
I really...
Say, can't stay quiet. Yes, I'm a thug.
Crowds at nightclubs and bars are different. The lights are dim. You can slink around without attracting too much attention. Sometimes Sometimes
Hmm.
crowds at nightclubs and bars are different. If the lights are dim, you can slink around without attracting too much attention.
Hmm.
Try again?
Actually, I am so bored with you though.
You will have to ask me.
I'm bored with people. We try people.
I don't know.
So they signed me up to say,
I don't know about.
oh wait, I gotta say of you.
You should get out more, Doctor. Looking at me all day should be fun, but if you're bored, perhaps we should spend some time apart.
I was joking.
You're not.
What do you mean I'm not getting it? You're not getting it. Mm-mm-mm.
They follow me wherever I go. Anywhere. Where do you think they follow me, Doctor?
Wherever you go.
I don't know any.
You know?
I don't know about. They.
Do we follow her to shops? Okay. Fam, that's just
No, not shopping.
Looks like I finally we get down to the nitty gritty.
Crowds at nightclubs and bars.
Crowds.
Crowds at nightclubs and bars are different.
Different? How?
You're not. Try again? Crowds at nightclubs and bars are different. The lights are dim. I mainly like drive-through.
What about clothes? She ain't say anything about the clothes.
I really.
Did she know Dr. Dekker was stabbed through the heart?
Why would you tell me that? You liked watching me squirm, don't you, Doctor? Why would you tell me that? You liked watching me squirm, don't you, Doctor? Why?
Squirm.
Real smooth, Doctor. Why would you tell me that? You liked watching me squirm.
Okay. Don't squirm, man.
Real smooth.
Okay. Sorry? Is that what the fuck you want me to say? This is like, you want me to say sorry?
I don't know.
I guess not. Sounds like she's quite antisocial. Yeah, no shit.
I can be outgoing. It just depends on what mood you catch me in.
Alright, she's done. Next we got Elaine.
I'm fine. Work's fine. Hilda's fading fast. Terry's Terry. Oh, you'd be pleased to know I don't have the locket anymore. I gave it back. All of it. Every single keepsake. You told me to. Well, not in so many words, but you said I shouldn't have kept them. And what with Terry going around telling everyone I stole them, I didn't feel like I really had any choice. The lockets, the watch, the ring. But I kept the little bird Sarah Dekker gave me. I wasn't supposed to mention her. Dr. Dekker's mother. She was one of my first patients, but she died a while ago.
So when I mentioned her before, it's like, oh, I don't know. But as soon as, like, really? So you was basically lying to me.
Terry seems to have backed down since I gave the keepsakes back. Actually, it doesn't seem like she's been very well. Not her usual self. Maybe she's got a bug or something. Hilda's nearing the end. She's been sleeping a lot, not eating much. She hasn't been that argumentative either. Although, she did give me a vicious scratch yesterday. It was nothing. I was just trying to give her meds. It's hard, you know? I'm trying to help her, but she keeps fighting me. It'll be better after she's seen her daughter. I've decided I'm going to do it tonight. She hasn't got much time left. It was nothing. I was just trying to give her meds. It's hard, you know? I'm trying to help her, but she keeps fighting. I don't know. Hilda's nearing the end. You know the answer to that, Doctor. What have we been talking about? What can I do for Hilda that will make it all better? That's the plan. I know, it sounds unbelievable, like I'm making it up. I wish I could prove it to you somehow. We could try shifting now. Think of someone you really love. It might help if you close your eyes. Are you thinking of them? Can you picture them? Okay, hold on. Sorry, I don't think it's going to work. On the bright side, that probably means you're not going to die anytime soon.
Huh.
It's tricky. I mean, I'll sound exactly like Hilda's daughter, but I try and keep it vague because I don't become her. I don't know what she would really say. I say things like, it's okay, don't be scared, I love you, Mum, or I love you, Dad. But it doesn't really matter what their relationship's like because it's not really them. I always do the Disney version. The best, most loving version. That's what my patients want to hear. And maybe deep down they know it's not the truth, but it's got to be better than the reality. Does it really matter if it isn't the truth? Isn't it worth it if it brings them peace? Tell me honestly, Doctor, do you really think that what I'm doing is wrong? It's true then. I'd heard Dr. Dekker was stabbed, but I didn't know for sure. It's weird that whoever did it would choose the paper spike. Dr. Dekker used to play with it in our sessions sometimes. You know, pick it up, handle it while we talked. I remember once, he pushed the spike through his skin. At this bit here, between his thumb and his finger. He said he didn't think I'd mind the sight of blood, being a nurse and all that, but actually, there wasn't any. I was a bit freaked out. At first, I thought it was a trick. A magic trick, you know? Like some kind of therapeutic test. Show the patient this retractable spike and see how they react. But it wasn't. The spike was real. Dr. Dekker gave me the paper spike to try. It wasn't fake. It was pretty sharp, actually. I don't know how he did it. He said
Probably has a
he
prosthetic
just
hand.
thought that it wouldn't hurt him, so it didn't. Does it really matter if it isn't the truth? Isn't it worth it? Ask me something else.
My whole thing is shifting is wrong in the sense of like the person doesn't realize that you're shifting. So it's like, and then more than likely, are you even telling like their family members like, yeah, I did this and that, so that they think, see, this is the problem, and you're taking like all this stuff.
So you're saying I should let Hilda die without seeing her daughter one last time?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Good, because I really feel this is something I have to do. Like it's my calling or something. It just makes things complicated, doesn't it? I knew Dr. Dekker's mother before I started seeing Dr. Dekker. She's dead, and now he's dead. I'm sure you're going to have a field day with it.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the reason I came to see him. I knew she was dying, but he refused to talk to me unless I booked a session, so I did. And well, here we are. I told Dr. Dekker that his mum was dying, that he should see her before it's too late. But he wasn't interested. It wasn't like he hated her. It was just like it wasn't important. He asked me to take care of it for him. He did send his assistant along to see her once. Sorry, your assistant.
Some mornings I come into work and still expect him to be here. Sometimes it... I don't know anything about that.
It was about the second, third session we had. He said he could tell that I was a good person, that I wanted to help people, and that I should think really hard about how I could do that. That's how I discovered shifting. Dr. Dekker did was encourage me to think. But the shifting, that's all me. And my mum's a psychic and my sister's an empath, but I was just ordinary. I always felt like I wasn't special, like I was missing out. But I wasn't. I just hadn't discovered what I could do yet. Sarah Dekker was one of the first ones I tried shifting for. I didn't really know what I was doing that first time. I mean, I didn't actually expect anything to happen. I just thought, what would really help this woman? I thought maybe she would just imagine that he was there. But it actually happened. I changed into him, Dr. Dekker. It blew my mind. My mum's got these spirit guides and they tell her things. Mostly about my love life, it would seem. Dr. Dekker's mother. I've been a nurse for ages, but I've only worked at the nursing home for the last year. I tend to move around quite a bit. I get quite fidgety if I stay in the same place too long.
Well, it sound like all y'all murderers low-key now.
All Dr. Dekker did was encourage me to think. But the shifting, that's all me. And my mum's a psychic and my sister. To tell you the truth, I don't really know what an empath is. I should probably Google it sometime. As far as I know, it only works on people who are close to death. That's the whole point of it. I have to hold their hand, and they have to think of the person, and they have to be near death. And those seem to be the 3 criteria.
So far I'm nowhere near death.
As far as I know, it only works on people who are close to death. That's the whole point of it. I have to hold their hand, and they have to think of the person, and they have to be near death.
So wait, if it worked for the doctor, then he was near death. He just didn't realize it.
Is that really what you want to talk about? As far as I know.
Try to hold hands.
Well, I wasn't sure if it would still work. Sorry. It's just, I get a sense that I probably shouldn't say, but, well, just think what it would mean for you if I'd been able to shift. Well,
I'd be dead.
I wasn't sure if it would still work. Sorry. Sorry, I wish I could help.
I don't know why I put me. I meant still work.
That doesn't really matter. Let's talk about something. I've got her on a herbal compound, St. John's wort for pain, ginkgo for bronchitis, valerian, borage. There's a few other things in there as well, but I won't bore you with the full ingredients.
God damn.
I've got her on a herbal compound, St. John's wort for pain, ginkgo for bronchitis.
Why you lying?
I've got her on a herbal compound.
Herbal compound. Wait, she's self-diagnosing. You can't do that shit.
The rules are that you're not supposed to give a patient anything that isn't on their charts. But I talked it over with Hilda first, and she was happy to try the herbal approach.
No shit, anybody is, but it's like you can't do that. You can't do that when you're. You can't do that when you're on the clock, fam.
The rules are that you're not supposed to give a patient anything that isn't on their charts. But I talked it over with Hilda first, and she was happy to try the herbal approach.
On her chart?
It's fine. It's not going to hurt her. And the doctors at the home don't care much. They're hardly around anyway. It's the nurses that take care of the patients. Besides, Dr. Dekker didn't have a problem with it.
Of course.
It's fine.
He knew your life was, well, not your life, your job was on the line.
We talked about it once. He said I should do what I wanted and not worry about what anyone else thought. It's fine. It's not going to hurt. I feel like you're clutching at straws. Maybe.
She thinks just the nurses take care of the patients.
Absolutely. I'm not being big-headed or anything, but I'd do anything for my patients.
Got that,
I've got her on a herbal compound, St. John's wort for pain, ginkgo for bronchitis, valerian, borage. There's a few other things in there as well, but I won't. I don't know anything about.
Why are you faking the funk?
Oh, okay. Well, I'd have to check. I have it written down somewhere.
Fam, if they're herbal, then that means you don't use that many herbs. Usually herbs is just supposed to be a mixture of like herbs. Literally like a mixture of plants, fam.
I've got her on a herbal compound. St. John's wort for pain, ginkgo for bronchitis, valerian, borage. There's a few other things in there as well, but I won't bore you with the full ingredients. Sorry, I wish.
Hilda is still dying. Sounds like herbalism isn't working. Okay. Try that.
I don't know.
I hit R2 by accident. My question is, what exactly are the ingredients? Like, why does she have them on hand?
I feel like you're clutching at straws. Maybe you should.
Hilda's still dying. Sounds like herbalism isn't working. Alright, let me try Hilda is still dying.
Hilda's nearing the end.
Okay, y'all not helping me here.
Well, I wasn't sure if it would still work. Sorry. It's just. I get a sense that. I probably shouldn't say, but. Well. Just think what it would mean for you if I'd been able to shift.
I would be close to death.
Ask me something else.
Hilda is still dying. It sounds like herbalism isn't working. Alright.
I'm sure it is. At the very least, it should make her feel more comfortable, ease her suffering. Well, I wasn't sure if it would still work. Sorry. It's just... That doesn't really matter.
Wait, I put the whole thing.
I don't know.
Okay. What would it mean if she could have shifted? Am I near death? She just told me I'm not. Fam, she just told me I was not. Is this nigga really that dumb and smart at the same time?
It's probably nothing. I'm not right all the time. It's just, well, yes, your energy's different. And I was also worried about what I might change into. It's probably nothing. Is that really what you want to talk about?
I mean, kinda.
It's probably nothing. I'm not right all the time. I don't know anything about that.
Round B4.
I don't know.
What is reality? What is the reality for patients?
The reality is that most of these people have been completely abandoned by their families, usually their children. If a mother abandons her children, it's scandalous. But if a son or daughter abandons their mother when she's dying after everything she's done for them, apparently that's just normal. I can protect my patients from that, even if it does take a little smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors. Telling y'all, Detective Falls, yo, killing this shit.
It's like I'm a mirror and I'm just reflecting back to them what they want to see. I completely change. My face, my hair, my clothes, my voice, everything. probably nothing. I'm not right all the time. It's just, well...
I know. And guess what? My energy is always the same too.
It seems a bit, I don't know, murky and sort of a bit crackly at the same time. Like there's a lot of electricity around you. It's hard to describe.
Like I got static. Yeah. Cause nobody wants the static with me. No, I'm chill. Let me. I'm joking on that. Watch as soon as I say that, people gonna be like, "Yo, what's good, Foss?"
Probably nothing. I'm not right all the time. It's just, well, yes, your energy's different. And I was also worried about what I might change into. I've had a couple of bad experiences while shifting. I don't really want to talk about all that now, though.
Oh, what I got left?
Yeah, that's the reason I came to see him. I knew she was dying, but he refused to talk to me unless I booked a session, so I did. And well, here we are.
Wait, how did she know she was dying? I just peeped that.
I don't know anything about it.
No. You knew she was dying, so you went to his office. And then you booked the session. So wait, why are you still here?
I told Dr. Yeah, that's the reason I came to see him. I knew she was dying, but he refused to talk to me unless I booked a session, so I did. And well, here we are.
And you knew she was dying. Oh yeah, facts.
I wasn't really stressed about work. Well, maybe a little, but not enough to need a therapist. I just told you that because I didn't want you to know the real reason why I came to see Dr. Dekker.
I'm definitely not done with her yet.
You told me to. Well, not in so many words, but you said I shouldn't have kept them. And what with Terry going around telling everyone I stole them, I didn't feel like I really had any choice. The lockets, the watch.
Terry told.
Terry seems to have backed down. I don't know. Is that really what you want to talk about?
I wonder if the bird is significant. Huh? What bird? Oh yeah, because she kept the bird.
It was just a little China bird, sort of a yellowy blue pattern on it. I don't think it's worth anything.
There's some sentimental value to that shit, though. Alright, so let me try the ring then.
I feel like you're clutching at straws.
Okay. So I took care of that.
Dr. Dekker's mother. She was one of my first patients, but she died a while ago. I can't remember exactly. I'd only just started seeing Dr. Dekker.
Cool. Killing it. God damn. It's like mad at these. What's this over this wall? Whatever, dude.
Professor Warwick, I'm a physicist. Where's Dr. Dekker? Professor Warwick, I'm a...
You're a physicist?
I don't really know what you're getting at. Professor Warwick, I'm a physicist. Where's...
Bro, let me see this.
Nothing, of course. The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy Mobius strip. That's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr. Dekker? Him, God, the great old one, the elder god, Cthulhu. However you...
Professor Warwick, I'm a physicist. Where's Dr... Do you know, you remind me of Dr. Dekker. He always used to ask me questions I didn't know the answer to.
I'm not about to tell him. I don't know who this nigga is.
That's not something I...
Alright, so what else can I ask her? Oh, I still got a couple of these.
In Cult of the Kinetic Mind, the author suggests that everyone is capable of psychokinesis and that the cult leaders specifically had these powers that turned their followers into disciples. It's not a fun read, but if you're into psychology, it's a blast. Yes, psychology. I think you'll find it's relevant, Doctor. In Cult of the Kinetic Mind, the author suggests that everyone is capable of psychokinesis.
Try that one.
No, not at all in my experience. Dr. Dekker had an unusual number of patients who claimed.
Okay, so that's not it. What we got? How can Copious turn? Okay.
Followers and disciples have a very strong tie to their cult leaders, almost like they've been brainwashed. The author suggests that this is because they've witnessed some kind of psychokinesis, like pyrokinesis or telekinesis.
Alright, you told my subscribers and my followers a little bit too much info on that. They're not supposed to know that I'm slowly trying to turn them into like this evil big ass cult. It's like for all they know, I'm just this one guy that's just YouTubing. Smoke. No, I'm just kidding. You like smoke. I kind of really don't want to talk to this dude. But what the fuck just happened?